The Indiana Fever haven't posted a winning record in over 5 years until now. Sitting at 17-16 and riding an 8-2 streak in their last 10 games, something has clearly shifted. Let's break down the numbers behind Lexie Hull's scorching hot turnaround and the rookie phenom Caitlin Clark, who's been making it all happen.
Some good length on the perimeter on Caitlin. That is a tough pass! Wow. And somehow she got it in.
Man, the pass!
Obviously, Lexie's been tremendous, especially on the defensive end. She just brings a spark and a tenacity about her that, maybe we weren't always getting on the defensive end, and she's just willing to do whatever it takes for this team. And
you might be wondering, how does a team go from bottom feeders to playoff contenders practically overnight? It's not magic. It's the perfect mix of player development and rookie firepower. This is a squad suddenly firing on all cylinders, leaving opponents scratching their heads. And here's the thing, it's not just one player carrying the load. It's a domino effect transforming the entire roster. Benchwarmers are turning into clutch performers, and a rookie is redefining what it means to be a true team player. The Fever are cooking up something special, and the whole WNBA is taking notice. Speaking of growth, let's talk about the player redefining the term glow-up in the league, Lexie Hull. Once a benchwarmer, she's now drilling threes at a jaw-dropping 70% since August. How did someone who once symbolized the Fever's struggles become the face of their resurgence?
Lexie motherfucking Hull!
Let's rewind to Hull's 2022 rookie season. She was just another face on a struggling squad, averaging a modest 3.8 points per game. The Fever were in a nightmare stretch, finishing with a league-worst 5-31 record and suffering through an 18-game losing streak. It was the kind of season that made fans question their loyalty and players wonder about early retirement. But post-Olympic break in 2024, everything changed. Hull reemerged as a completely different player, so sharp from deep it's like she swapped bodies with a three-point sniper.
Lexie Hull has to fire, and why not? Come on!
So, what changed, or more specifically, who will get to that in a moment. Here's where it gets wild. Before the break, Hull's three-point shot wasn't exactly terrorizing defenders. She was a career 22% shooter from deep. But after the break, boom, she's suddenly hitting 70% from beyond the arc. That's not just an improvement, that's scorching. And it's not only the threes. Hull's whole game has leveled up. She's gone from benchwarmer to starter, from liability to asset. Against Seattle, she dropped a career-high 22 points, and it wasn't a fluke. She's been putting up 10, 17, and 11 in other recent games. But scoring is only half the story. Hull's become a key piece of Indiana's defensive scheme, locking up elite opponents, spacing the floor on offense, and making life miserable for anyone in her way. Caitlin Clark even joked on Twitter that her account had basically become a Lexie Hull fan page, saying, "Lexie has been tremendous, especially on the defensive end. She brings a spark and a tenacity that maybe we weren't always getting, and she'll do whatever it takes for this team." Head coach Christy Sides is just as thrilled. She's done everything we needed to get these wins and be successful. Translation: Hull is flat out crushing it, and everyone's noticing.
Just really proud of her effort, which is something she gives every night.
Let's be real, players don't just wake up one morning as stars. Transformations like this take relentless work, hours in the gym, thousands of shots after practice, endless film study, and a ton of determination. Hull isn't just on a hot streak, she's reaping the rewards of her dedication. And the timing? Perfect for the Fever. With Hull now a legitimate threat, opponents can't just lock in on one or two players. They have to account for her sharp shooting, improved defense, and all-around impact. It's no coincidence the Fever's fortunes have shifted right as Hull has hit her stride. So, what's the secret? Or more specifically, who will get there in a moment. If you think the Fever are on the rise, hit that like button and subscribe. It helps us bring more content to amazing viewers like you. Now, back to that special sauce. She's a game changer wearing number 22. How is one rookie transforming role players into stars and turning the Fever into a winning machine? The answer might surprise even die-hard WNBA fans. Enter Caitlin Clark, the rookie sensation, who's not just breaking records, she's rewriting them. shattering them with a jaw-dropping 264 assists this season. Clark isn't just leading the league, she's redefining what it means to be a playmaker. But here's the kicker, it's not just about the numbers. Her vision on the court is turning good shooters into great scorers, and the Fever's offense has never looked sharper. Let's break it down. Clark is averaging 18. 4 points, 5. 7 rebounds, and 8. 3 assists per game. Those are all-star numbers for a veteran, and she's doing it as a rookie. Her real magic, though, is finding the open player and setting them up for success. Take that game against Seattle, when Hull exploded for a career-high 22 points. Clark was there, drawing double teams and delivering pinpoint passes that made scoring look effortless. So, how can one player have such a massive impact? Well, it's about the confidence Clark brings to the court. She's not just passing the ball, she's passing on her winning mentality. As Clark herself says, confidence is everything. Confidence is good for the group, and it's contagious. And right now, it's spreading like wildfire through the Fever lineup. This isn't your typical rookie-veteran dynamic. Clark isn't just learning the ropes, she's rewriting the playbook. Teammates point out how she's transformed their offense. Ball movement is sharper, plays run smoother, and suddenly, everyone's a scoring threat. It's like she's unlocked a cheat code for team chemistry, and the results speak for themselves. Here's the real game changer. Clark's presence isn't just boosting individual players, it's making the entire team harder to defend. She can score from anywhere and set up anyone. Double team her, and she'll find the open shooter. Give her space, and she'll make you pay herself. You pay with her own scoring. That balanced attack is a huge reason the Fever are finally back in the win column for the first time in years. They're not just competitive anymore, they're downright dangerous. And it all starts with Clark's ability to elevate everyone around her. She's not only breaking records for herself, she's lifting the entire team. Take her record-setting assist game, for example, a perfect pass to Hull for an easy layup, making it look effortless. That's the mark of a great player, making the hard look easy and making teammates shine. It's no surprise Hull's shooting percentage has soared since Clark arrived. The synergy between Clark and her teammates is quickly becoming the stuff of legend. Lately, their combined scoring and assists have powered the Fever's offensive onslaught. This isn't about one player going off, it's about a team firing on all cylinders, with Clark as the spark plug. Wait a second, is this really the same Fever team that couldn't buy a win last season? Something's clearly changed, and it's bigger than just 1 or 2 stars. The Fever surge isn't just turning heads, it's filling seats. Sellout crowds are becoming the norm, with fans flocking to see this transformation in person. Fans eager to witness the team's transformation firsthand. It's a far cry from the quiet arenas of seasons past. The energy now is electric. But let's zoom out. This success isn't just about Lexie Hull's hot hand or Caitlin Clark's highlight reel passes. It's about a ripple effect touching every corner of the roster. Take Kelsey Mitchell, for example. She's been on a tear, averaging over 20 points per game lately. With Hull stretching the floor and Clark dishing dimes, Mitchell suddenly has more space to operate than ever before. It's simple math. When Hull's drilling 70% from deep, defenders can't sag off or stay tight, and you open driving lanes for Mitchell and cutting opportunities for everyone else. This is how a team that once struggled to hit 80 points just dropped 100. And here's where it gets even more interesting. The Fever aren't just scoring more, they're locking down on defense too. Their defensive rating has taken a serious leap, thanks in large part to Hull's two-way play. When she's on the floor, they allow 5 fewer points per 100 possessions. It might not sound like much, but in the razor-thin margins of pro basketball, that's often the difference between winning and losing. Into one of the most exciting teams in the league. Head coach Christy Sides isn't shocked by the growth. She's been preaching collective improvement since day one, and now it's paying off. The players have been putting in the work and showing improvement as a cohesive unit, she says. And it's not just coach talk, the results are clear for everyone to see. Now let's talk playoffs. The Fever haven't sniffed the postseason since 2016, but they're suddenly right in the thick of the race, with a real shot at ending that drought. It's the kind of turnaround that makes you rethink everything you thought you knew about rebuilding. But here's the real story. This isn't just about making the playoffs. It's about a total culture shift. Players who once looked beaten before tip-off are now walking onto the court with swagger. The Fever aren't just hoping to compete, they're expecting to win. And it all comes back to the ripple effect. Hull's improvement creates space for Mitchell. Mitchell's scoring takes pressure off Clark, and Clark's playmaking lifts everyone. It's a virtuous cycle, and it's turned Indiana into a legitimate contender. Stride. The Fever have become one of the most entertaining teams in the league. You might be wondering, can they keep this up? Fair question. The WNBA is a league of constant adjustments, and opposing coaches are no doubt burning the midnight oil trying to figure out how to slow down Indiana's offense. But that's the beauty of a team firing on all cylinders. Take away one option, and another steps up. What's happening in Indiana isn't a fluke or a short-lived hot streak. It's the product of smart roster building, committed player development, and a rookie sensation serving as the catalyst. The Fever have found a formula that's not only winning games but also winning over fans and changing how the league sees them. This transformation is more than a feel-good story, it's a blueprint for WNBA success. Lexie Hull's newfound shooting touch, Caitlin Clark's record-breaking playmaking, and the team's overall growth have made Indiana a legitimate playoff contender. And looking ahead, the Fever aren't just stacking wins, they're reshaping perceptions. With Clark at the helm and a supporting cast hitting its stride, Indiana could be a force in the postseason and beyond. Stride. Indiana could be a force in the playoffs and beyond. They're living proof that smart roster moves and strong player development can fast-track a rebuild. When chemistry clicks and everyone buys into their role, magic happens on the court. The Fever's journey is a reminder that in sports, the whole can truly be greater than the sum of its parts. Are you ready to see the Fever in the playoffs? Drop your thoughts in the comments, hit like, and subscribe so you never miss the latest updates. Click the video on screen, and we'll see you in the next one.